Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to your Lake Fork guide, back here on the Goat Lake, my favorite place in the whole world, Lake Fork, Texas. Boys, it's been real tough, like the kind of tough where one little tiny 1 pound fish got you in like the top 10 or 15 in a 100 boat tournament here just a couple days ago. They had a high school tournament with a lot of boats in it, and like one fish got you in the top 15. It has been insanely tough. Well, we're gonna go out there and grind on them, see what we can turn up today. And hey, we got some good news. If you've been following along, looking for the Lyfe app on iPhone, we don't have it available in the iTunes App Store yet, but what we do have is a web app version that we've gone ahead and created that. So you can use that across all devices, including iPhones. So you guys can click that link below on the web app version, and you can use that on any device you want to. And we'll get into it a little bit more today, but basically the Lyfe app is an app that you can download, and it's gonna have constantly updating. I'm always up. I just updated a spot last night. Some of the grass in the back of a creek kind of died out in one area. There's some more healthy grass in another area. Well, hey, we moved that waypoint off of that original spot to the spot where the grass is now healthier, and that's just the kind of information you're going to get throughout the year. We never charge more than $1 a spot. You can subscribe to it month to month. You can unsubscribe anytime you want. It's basically a no-lose situation. If you want some good information, some good shortcuts, want to know where to get your trip started when you come down to Lake Fork, then you got to get that Lyfe app. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, when fishing is life, Lyfe is the app for you. On top of that, we also got some decals, koozies. We have apparel coming, all on yourlakeforkguide.com. So check that out. That's linked below as well, of course. I think I've paid enough bills. Y'all ready to go fishing? Let's go see what old legendary Lake Fork has to offer today. There we go. The big one. It's a good one. Oh, I got it on light line. Come here, baby. There you go, folks at home. Now, that's not a giant, but you can't ever be disappointed when you catch a fish like that. And man, that's why you come to Lake Fork even when it's tough. It's taking us a long time to get this bite. First bite of the day. Golly, man. I mean, that's so much fun. Just old black and blue stick bait. Simple as it can get. Try to slow way down in these drainage ditches back here in this grass flat, and paid off with a nice. That's a dandy right there, folks at home. That is a dandy. She's cold. Old pre-spawn, little pre-spawn female right there getting ready to do her thing. Here in another month or so, give or take, she'll be doing her thing. Awesome. That's pretty cool right there, y'all. Running a little short on time. I have to do a little combo video today from today and a couple days from now, because I've got a day off. A couple days from now, I may come back out here and film a little bit on that day. We started about noon today, so we're kind of starting late, and as slow as the bite is, we may not be able to get enough to get this video done for you guys. So this may be one of them rare times where I don't really know that I've ever done that before, maybe once or twice, but may combine a couple days or a couple half days anyway worth of footage to make you guys a video this week. By the way, this spot, of course, is marked on the Lyfe app. Oh! Well, folks, you never know what that was, because I just got broke off in a deep creek bend really close to the main lake on Lake Fork, Texas. There's been 100 13-pounders caught doing what I was doing right there in January, and I just got broke off. Loaded for a second, then broke off. It had to have me wrapped around. There's a bunch of thick timber and root systems, and it had to have me all wrapped up. And unfortunately, that's part of this game. I'm gonna be sick about this one for a long time. Like that creek bend bite in January, when you get one out here close to the main lake like this, you just never know. I mean, it could. That's as good a chance as you ever have of having a teenage fish biting your jig. And man alive. Boy. Yeah, that's a hit. Stay down, baby. Get up in here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Do y'all remember what I told y'all about creek bends on Lake Fork in the winter? Listen, I don't lie to y'all. I may BS y'all a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Look at that big old pre-spawner. Golly, what a stud. That ain't no 10-pounder, but that's a probably bumping 8, probably a 7.5 pound fish. Just a beautiful, awesome Lake Fork bass. That's what Lake Fork's all about, a bunch of these. There's a bunch of these swimming in this old pond, boys. Man, pretty good for 2 bites in an afternoon. Well, 2 bites and a heartbreak anyway. All right, boys. One more look at that big old pig right there. Let's turn her loose. There's that old 6-inch hybrid jig that I'm using right there, boys. Little orange on the back, old black and blue. Never fails, black and blue in the wintertime. Man, like I said, 1 bite can make your day. 7.5, 8-ish pound type fish. I'll always come back for fish like those every time. I don't care how few bites I get. I'll take 1 of them every day and I'll be happy the rest of my life. Golly, I love this so much, man. We're right here where we got broke off earlier. Shifted around to the other side of the bend just a little bit, but still fishing the same creek bend. And man, just this lake is unbelievable. Check out that Fish Life app. If you guys are intimidated by this lake, it's a big lake. It can be kind of hard to catch them on, you know, all the pressure we get and all stuff like that. But that app, that's what that's there for. For you guys that are coming here that maybe don't have the confidence to come here, maybe you're in a kayak, you don't have the electronics to break down this offshore structure. Well, now you've got an app. It's going to put you on the spot. It's going to give you the confidence to know this is the type of spot that's holding fish right now. We're always updating it. We just did an update last night, so check that out, man. I think that you guys will find that it's well worth the price of admission if you go use that app. Hey, there's a fish. Boy, I'm gonna tell y'all, wouldn't believe how tough it is if I told you. That's what's known as Dinkosaurus Rex right there. Cute little fella. We'll give him a little ear scratch and he'll come back and see us when he grows up. But even a little guy like that on a little 1/4 ounce trap was so lethargic, man. These fish, that is like holding a cube of ice right there on my hands. His belly is ice cold, y'all. Holy cow, guys. It's so tough. You know, you saw where we left off the first day. We caught a couple, but they were good ones. Had some sunshine today. I was kind of thinking it would help. Well, the water's not really warming up. The air temps didn't get as high as I thought they would, and the water's not really, the temperature in the water's not elevating. So now what I've got is bright sunny skies and cold muddy water. I don't like any of those 3 things, so it's very tough. Well, folks, we always claim that we show you what happens whether we catch them or we don't. Today we're kind of proving that, because this is the end of the day. I'm out of time. I got to get going. And we've only got 3 fish on the board. Had 2 kind of parts of a half day, almost a full day's worth of fishing time in the video today. And 3 fish is all that I caught. It's been tough. We've had a lot of kind of funky weather with some cold, not too terribly cold, but had a lot of rain, a lot of fluctuating water levels, off-colored water. I think that's probably affecting them negatively more so than the cold temps. Although it doesn't help that they're in a more sluggish time of year when they're dealing with all this other junk. So it kind of is what it is. You know, most of the lakes across the state of Texas are fishing pretty tough right now, and Lake Fork is no exception to that. But where Lake Fork is an exception is when you only get 3 bites. One of them just might be old hammerhead, you know what I'm saying? So never a bad time. That's what we always say. There's never a bad time to come to Lake Fork. That's why I call it the Goat Lake. I'll stand by this statement. When you fish this lake, you will catch more 7-pound and up fish than any other body of water on earth, I personally believe. I think there's more of those in here per acre than there is anywhere else. And the statistics over time have kind of proven that. So it's why I am so blessed. I mean, look, it's not a bad day, y'all. I mean, it was a tough day, but it's not a bad day. Can't thank each and every one of you guys enough. Those of you that come out on guide trips, man, y'all keep me living my dream. Those of you that watch the videos, that follow the Instagram, the ones that are subscribing to the Lyfe app, all of you guys help me live my dream on a day-to-day basis. And from the bottom of my heart, I really can't say thank you enough. Speaking of that, we're going to try to say thank you the best way we know how. We've got episode 100 of the Guides Network coming up on Wednesday. I've got some input from some other guides coming in. We even got a special guest message on Wednesday's episode all the way from Lake Falcon down there in Zapata, Texas / North Mexico, whatever you want to call it. And don't worry, they have not built a wall across Lake Falcon yet, so they're still catching fish. It's all good. Go download the Lyfe app. Go buy some Fish Life gear at yourlakeforkguide.com. Go over to 6 Sense Fishing, get some jigs. When you get to 6 Sense Fishing, punch in that code, Your Lake Fork Guide, on the checkout screen, get you a 10% discount on all orders. Another way we like to try and say thank you to you guys. And we'll see you guys next time. Y'all know where it is, right here on Your Lake Fork Guide.